Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore Survival. This is episode 8 and we got a few things planned for today. But starting off in the last episode, we went ahead and got the thing on my back right here. That's right, we got an elytra, which means we can now fly around our world. We also went into the new 1.18 generation and picked up a whole bunch of copper, as you can see right here. And to smelt all of that copper into the blocks that you see, we needed to build up a super smelter, which is right back there. And then we started to expand the village by not only adding a blacksmith over here, but also adding a bee sanctuary back here so we can start making candles and waxing some copper. But something I wanted to introduce as a new rule inside of each and every episode is that we would build at least one building per episode no matter what. So we'll be getting into today's building a little bit later. First things first is that I only got 10 rockets here, and these rockets get used pretty quick. Over here we do have access to all of the sugarcane, which of course is one half of the recipe, but when it comes to the other half, which is gunpowder, we have none. So what we're going to do for the start of this episode is go out into the ocean over there and build up a mob farm. And I could just build up a normal creeper farm, but that does require cats, and we don't have any cats right now. Also, we could use other things, like yes, we do have the skeleton farm to give us bones, but this is going to give us a lot more. What this will also give us is string, as well as spider eyes to make them fermented for potions of weakness. Because if you look in here, we have no spider eyes left and we only have about 35 string. And of course, we will also get rotten flesh, but to be completely honest, who really cares about the rotten flesh? So let's take our project box and fill it up with everything that we're going to need to build up a mob farm. Alright, and in these two boxes is exactly what we are going to need in order to build up the farm. So let's go ahead and build up a mob farm. Alright, and the mob farm is now complete and being flooded with mobs, so of course this is very dangerous for us to be using. But I also want to head down here and made an automated storage system. So what we got here is 3 units, I guess we can consider it, using gunpowder. So we'll get a total of 12 double chests when it is full. I did 2 on bones, and then we did 1 on string and then 1 on spider eyes. That way we can use the string to not only craft candles, but we can also use that to craft wool, and then we can use spider eyes for fermented spider eyes. And of course, we're not going to need a lot, so that's why I just did 1 unit of each. But now, as it is getting late, I am going to go AFK overnight at this farm, and we're going to see what we'll get in the morning. This AFK session went on for a little bit longer than they normally do. To be exact, it was about, 3-ish months. But that was only because Runnercraft 2 started and I was really just focusing on that, so I literally haven't been on this world at all. And I know the last thing I said was I was going AFK, and I did go AFK. Because if we come down here, we can see that I have a bit of gunpowder down here, as well as a bit of bones, a bit of spiders, a bit of string, and unfortunately no spider eyes, because I have figured out that spider eyes only drop when a player kills them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some string and I'm going to replace this with string. So now I'm just going to bring back a shulker box full of gunpowder. That way we can make up some rockets. And I'll also just bring some extra, to store in my inventory. So now if we just go ahead and grab a row of sugarcane, then we come back in here and craft this all into paper. Now we can actually start crafting up some rockets. And then we can also have now 1 full shulker box full of rockets. Enough that we can also call this the rocket box. Oh, and it looks like my anvil broke. No big deal, we have plenty of iron from that iron farm that we can easily replace it. And there we go. So now I want to fix another problem that we're having right now, and that is experience. The only form of experience that we have right now is the skeleton farm, and to be honest, that's really not enough. Because that would mean in order to fix up this pickaxe, I would need to sit at the skeleton farm for a while to actually get this thing fixed up. So I put together 2 shulker boxes of stone and some other bits and bobs so that we can go into the end and build up an Enderman farm. So to put it simply, let's just time lapse this. So unfortunately, I no longer have the replay footage from the Enderman farm because it has been 2 months since I actually built the thing. So enjoy this picture of an Enderman. And just like that, we now have an amazing source of experience using this farm. So first of all, if we come down here, first thing we have to do is, of course, take the hostile creature sounds and turn it all the way off because this is very loud. And then simply all we have to do is swipe at these Endermen and kill them, and we get a whole bunch of experience coming in. And then all of the Ender Pearls will go through here and into this system, which will dispense it into the void. Because the only Ender Pearls that I really want are the ones that are just really going into my inventory. I don't want it like going into some big storage system or something. And that's pretty much it as far as the farm works. And if you want to know how the Endermen get down there, so they have this big spawning platform, and then right in that minecart there's an Endermite. And pretty much if we can catch a glimpse of it, the Endermen are going to go towards the Endermite because pretty much they want to kill it. And then once we get a batch of Endermen spawning, they will pretty much just run over and then fall into the hole, as you can kind of see these Endermen are doing. And of course, we're not really getting get spawns because I'm sitting here, but if we go ahead and fly into the sky, you can probably see, there we go, some Endermen going into it. As you see, we get a lot of Endermen with this farm as well. And all we have to do is come down here, give this a little swipe, and then a whole bunch of experience comes our way. So I'd say this farm's pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sit here and pile up a bit of experience, because right now we are at 53 levels, but I want to get a bit higher because I want to do some book trading just to pretty much max out all of our armor, because you know our tools are only efficiency 4 and they could be efficiency 5. Our sword could have sharpness 5. Our boots are missing depth strider. I just really want to make ourselves fully maxed out. Like I said, I'm just going to sit here for about maybe another half hour and just grind away some experience. All right, only got up to level 70, but it should be fine. And once again, it is like another 3 weeks, I think, since the last time I recorded. However, now what I wanted to devote to is getting myself a beacon. However, before we do that, we are going to need some efficiency 5. So let's try to get a villager that has that trait. All right, so let's come down here. I got everything we need, some emeralds, books, lecterns. So now let's just get a villager and try to get some efficiency 4. Or even efficiency 5, I could do any of them. So I'll come back once I have it. Okay, didn't take too much of a time. I mean, my axe was full and now it's, what, 50 down-ish? But we now have some nice old efficiency 4 books. So you can come into here and just start throwing some efficiency 5 on a few tools. And I think I'm going to do the axe as well. So now that we got this efficiency 5, let's go ahead. We're going to hop into the Nether just so we can go ahead and try to get some sweet wither skeleton skulls. And let's do this in a form of a montage. Oh no, he snuck up on me. Oh no, I knew I shouldn't have gone into that bastion. Well, I guess this is it for this world. I promise you, I did not just die intentionally. You may think that because it's been a huge gap in between episodes, but I really wanted to continue working on a futuristic base up there. We weren't even able to complete half the stuff on this board. I mean, we got that one, we got that one, we got that one, we got that one. But that was really it. We weren't able to start the mega base. The storage room, literally I was going to get the beacon. I just designed it in creative mode. And you know what, right here, this is actually the design that was going to be for the storage room. We were going to have another room. I was going to lead into here. I guess that is all for the hardcore series. Unfortunately, I didn't want it to go out that way, but I hope you enjoyed this series. We will have season 2 again in the future, just not right now. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.